We are about to spend some time with somebody that everybody in our radio audience is aware of and knows. It's time to take a look at Oh, What a Beautiful World. We're going to go to a very important place. Steve Ray is with us. Everybody, again, knows Steve, but just to tell you a little bit about him, speaker, filmmaker, pilgrimage leader, having led over 170 trips, in particular to the Holy Land. Good morning, Steve. That's what we want to talk about this morning. You're just back from the Holy Land, right?
I am, and it's we've been there over 200 times now. We're
Wow.
ahead of you a little bit there in the statistics, but yeah, we just got back. A lot of people were afraid to go, but I put it up on our website. We're going to go and trust us. We know what we're doing, and it was wonderful. And again, corporate travel did a marvelous job with all the logistics ahead of time, getting everything ready for us, and with all the registrations and so on. Well, we went over and we had 53 people. Our bus was sold out.
Wow.
We had people still trying to get on. We got another group going at the end of February that's already sold out with Ave Maria University with students and donors, and got another group going in April. I still have a few seats left on that one if anybody wants to go. You know what's unique about going now is there are no lines.
Yeah.
There are no crowds. There are times where, let's say, for example, that Beatitudes, there's 40 or 50 buses in the parking lot. This time there was 2 or 3, and the other buses only had maybe 15, 20 people. We were told that we were the first full bus of Americans back in the Holy Land, and that we were the talk of the town.
Wow.
So we really got to see everything with no crowds, no lines, no pushing. It was just unbelievable. It was our family trip. We do this every over Christmas vacation. We have our family Holy Land pilgrimage, and we had 13 teenagers on this trip, and it's a whole new dynamic. It was wonderful. My granddaughter, she's 16. One of them. I got 21 grandkids now, but Bella came, and she just had such a great time with all the other kids. And we went everywhere we normally go. We never had a problem. We never had a glitch. It was beautiful. And we're looking forward to going back again in April with a whole group of people.
For you, what was the greatest highlight, Steve?
No crowds.
That was
Yeah.
Every place is a highlight.
Right.
The Holy Sepulchre, obviously. There's no place on earth like the Holy Sepulchre where God gave up his life and shed his blood. And I take people to the top of Calvary. And I say, when you're up there, reach down under the altar. There's a hole under the altar, and you can touch the top of Calvary where the cross stood.
Wow.
And if you did that 2,000 years ago, touch that, your hand would come up sticky with his blood. And that was moving. And then we had, well, let me just tell that whole day, I think, was a highlight, because we get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I know that's tough, but this is the Via Dolorosa. We're carrying, each one we give a cross, their own little hand cross, and we pray the Stations of the Cross through Jerusalem. We get to the Holy Sepulchre, we go up, and we all get in line and touch the top of Calvary. And everybody's just moved to tears that this is where. I remember when I took Al Cresta, he crawled up there. He got out of his wheelchair and he crawled up there on his stump of a leg. It was very hard for him.
Wow.
And he sat. We got a chair for him, and he sat in front of Calvary for over an hour. And he said it was one of the most important moments in his life to be able to just sit there and look at the place where Jesus shed his blood for his sins.
Oh, my goodness.
We come down off of Calvary. We go to the place where the preparation for burial, there's a stone there, and we touch that. And then we go around and we had mass at the tomb with the Franciscans, with the pipe organ. And we're the only ones there.
Oh,
and
wow.
we're sitting right in front of the tomb, and the Franciscans are singing in Latin, and there's a beautiful mass. Our priest celebrated. He had to go inside the tomb to consecrate. And then after that, we all lined up and we went 2 by 2 into the tomb, and there was no lines or pushing, so we had more time. And people got to go in and pray and touch their rosaries inside the tomb. And then we went back to the hotel for breakfast. All of that we did before breakfast. But I think that was the highlight. And because it was, we're the only ones there. As a tour leader, I'm always fighting the crowds and trying to avoid lines. And it was just unbelievable this time. So I'm looking forward to going back, because our group already for February sold out, Ave Maria University. But in April, we still have seats left. So
Yeah.
if anybody wants to go, sign up, because we're only going to take one bus, and it's more than half full already. So
Yeah, I see one September too. So if you've got an opportunity to go in April, if not, one a little bit later than that, visit footprintsofgod.com in the next 10 minutes, because those ones available in April are going to go quickly. Footprintsofgod.com. Steve, I want to talk about, obviously, that's a great advantage to take a bus full and be able to spend all of that time in these sacred places. But talk to us about the guides that you use on a regular basis. What was their response when you show up with a whole busload of people, maybe giving them a little bit of hope, not only about this trip, but future trips that they might be able to jump back to where things were before?
our guide is from Nazareth. His name is Amir Shahada. He is a Nazarene Catholic. I've used him on 100 pilgrimage trips. I interviewed all the Catholic guides 20 years ago. We chose him. I made a deal. I said, I'll invest in you if you invest in me. And he has, and we've done 100 groups with him.
Wow.
And our last group together was 2 buses on October 5th. 2023. And remember what happened October 7th?
Yeah.
We were his last group. He does not had a group in a year and a half since then. And our group last week was his first group back. So we were the talk of the town. Everybody was embracing us, thanking us for being there. Because the Christians in the Middle East, especially in Israel and the Palestinian areas, they're 70 to 80% of their income comes from tourists and pilgrims like us. And if we're not there, they don't have any way to make money, and it's devastating. And so we came. One of the beauties of this trip is in Bethlehem, we took up a collection, passing the hat, which I really did. I took my hat off and passed it. I had one of the young boys do it, the young boy, and I'd say, take it around, tell them they didn't give enough, get some more. And we were able to distribute $2,000 to 3 families. Christian families that are putting their young kids through Catholic schools in Jerusalem, and we were able to help them. So that was one of the joys of the whole thing too. But the guides, the drivers, we try to support Christians. I put all of my emphasis on doing business with the Christians over there, because they're the ones that need our help. And if we don't take care of the Christians, our great-grandchildren are not going to have churches to go to.
Absolutely. Now, Steve, the faces of the pilgrims has got to be something, a source of awe for you to be able to see how people are reacting.
People say, Steve, don't you get tired of seeing these same places? You do the same itinerary. Well, we've fine-tuned it. That's why we do the same itinerary. But I say I don't get tired of it because I see it again for the first time through your eyes. I love to watch their eyes.
Love it, love it. Opportunity to join Steve available to you. Go to footprintsofgod.com, footprintsofgod.com. Thanks, Steve, for spending this time with us. Thanks to your partner and ours as well, Corporate Travel, for all the excellent work that they do. God bless you, brother, and hope to join you on one of those trips at some point.
Love to have you.